On February 26, 2024, 13-year-old Maddie Soto was reported missing in Kissimmee, Florida, setting off a frantic search that would ultimately end in heartbreak. The circumstances surrounding Maddie's disappearance and death shocked the community and raised disturbing questions about the adults in her life who were meant to protect her. Maddie lived with her mother, Jennifer Soto, and two female roommates in an apartment in Kissimmee. Jennifer's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, was also frequently present in their lives. On the evening of Sunday, February 25th, Maddie had celebrated her 13th birthday with a party. According to Jennifer Soto, she last saw Maddie around 11 p.m. that Sunday night before the teen went to bed. Text messages show that at 11:39 p.m., Jennifer texted Stefan to make sure she goes to bed right now. Stefan replied a minute later that Maddie had built her nest and was settling in to sleep. That night, Maddie and Stefan slept in an upstairs guest bedroom of the apartment. Jennifer told investigators she had allowed this sleeping arrangement, though she admitted it sounded weird for a young girl to share a bed with an adult man who wasn't her father. She claimed she had previously been vigilant about such situations, but had come to trust Stefan over their 7-year relationship. The next morning, Monday, February 26, Stefan Stearns was supposed to drop Maddie off at school. He later told police that they had planned to stop for McDonald's breakfast on the way, but Maddie changed her mind. Stearns claimed he dropped Maddie off at school around 8 a.m. However, when Jennifer Soto went to pick up Maddie from school that afternoon, she was informed that her daughter had never arrived and had been marked absent for the day. Alarmed, Jennifer began searching for Maddie and ultimately reported her missing to the police. The evening, as the investigation unfolded, disturbing inconsistencies in Stefan Stearns' story began to emerge. Surveillance footage showed Stearns returning to the apartment complex around 8:19 a.m., well after he claimed to have dropped Maddie at school. Even more alarmingly, Orange County Sheriff John Mina would later state that they believed Maddie was already dead in Stearns' car at this time. Further evidence contradicted Stearns' account of that morning. Health app data from Maddie's phone showed only 163 steps taken between 7:05 a.m. and 7:15 a.m. on February 26. There was no further activity recorded after that time. Additionally, one of Maddie's friends reported that she usually received a text from Maddie every morning when she woke up, but there was no such message on the 26th. As police began to zero in on Stefan Stearns as a suspect, even more troubling information came to light. On February 28th, investigators recovered Maddie's backpack and school laptop from a dumpster at the apartment complex. Video evidence showed Stearns discarding these items in the dumpster at 7:35 a.m. on the morning Maddie disappeared. The search for Maddie continued for several agonizing days. Investigators used cadaver dogs to try and pick up her scent, but these efforts were unsuccessful. Meanwhile, they continued to question Jennifer Soto and gather evidence from the apartment. During one car ride with detectives on February 29th, Jennifer made concerning statements about her daughter's relationship with Stefan Stearns. She admitted that she had allowed Maddie to sleep in the same bed as Stearns on multiple occasions. Though she claimed it was less than 10 times, Jennifer said she had previously been vigilant about such situations but had come to trust Stearns over time. The breakthrough in the case came on March 1st, when investigators confronted Jennifer Soto with photographic evidence of Stefan Stearns sexually abusing Maddie. Faced with this horrific revelation, Jennifer acknowledged that Stearns had likely been grooming and abusing her child. She also stated that she now believed Stearns had killed Maddie. Later that same day, Maddie's body was discovered between two trees on a farm along Hickory Tree Road. A witness had reported seeing someone matching Stearns' description, changing a tire in that area on the day Maddie vanished. Investigators noted that Maddie's body appeared to have been dropped over a barbed wire fence. As there were no signs of the lock being tampered with, the autopsy revealed that Maddie had been strangled to death. She was found wearing a green hoodie, blue jeans, and white socks. Notably, the soles of her socks were clean, indicating she had not walked to the location where her body was found. As the investigation progressed, the full extent of Stefan Stern's alleged crimes became clear. Detectives reported finding over 1,700 images on Stern's Google Drive showing him engaging in sex acts with Maddie, some dating back years. In some of the images, Maddie appeared to be asleep. Investigators also uncovered a video where Stearns allegedly used the promise of watching more cartoons to lure Maddie into performing a sex act. The case took another disturbing turn when Stearns' father, Chris Stearns, contacted police in April after finding a hard drive in his storage unit. This drive, which had been removed from Stefan's computer, reportedly contained 35,000 images of child pornography, though none featuring Maddie specifically. Stefan Stearns was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and sexual battery of Maddie Soto. As of the latest reports, he remains in custody awaiting trial. Prosecutors have not ruled out seeking the death penalty in the case. The tragedy has raised difficult questions about the adults in Maddie's life who failed to protect her. While Jennifer Soto maintains that she was unaware of the abuse, her decision to allow her daughter to sleep in the same bed as Stearns has been heavily scrutinized. As of the latest updates, authorities have not announced plans to charge Jennifer Soto in connection with her daughter's death. The case has devastated the community and left many grappling with how such abuse could have gone undetected for so long. Maddie's school friends and teachers described her as a bright, friendly girl who loved cartoons and wore quirky Crocs with socks. The contrast between this image of a normal, happy teenager and the horrific abuse she endured in secret has been particularly heartbreaking for those who knew her. Stefan Stearns' parents have also spoken out about the case, expressing shock and disbelief at their son's alleged actions. Stearns' mother said that if asked before Maddie's death, she would have said her son was incapable of such crimes, as he seemed to love Maddie like a stepdaughter. Stearns' father initially speculated that Maddie's death may have been accidental, but later acknowledged the gravity of the evidence against his son. As the case moves through the judicial system, many questions remain. Investigators are still working to determine the full timeline of abuse and whether anyone else may have been aware of or involved in Maddie's exploitation. The revelation of Stearns' massive collection of child pornography has raised concerns that there may be other victims beyond Maddie. The tragedy has sparked calls for greater awareness of child sexual abuse and the warning signs of grooming behavior. Child advocacy groups have emphasized the importance of believing children who report abuse and creating safe environments where they feel comfortable coming forward. The Maddie Soto case serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of children and the devastating consequences when those entrusted with their care fail to protect them. It highlights the insidious nature of child sexual abuse, which often occurs at the hands of trusted adults who manipulate both their victims and the adults around them. As the community continues to mourn Maddie's loss, there are hopes that lessons learned from this tragedy can help prevent similar cases in the future. Experts stress the importance of maintaining clear boundaries between adults and children, being alert to signs of grooming behavior, and fostering open communication with children about body safety and appropriate relationships. The case also underscores the critical role of digital evidence in modern criminal investigations. The health app data from Maddie's phone, surveillance footage, and digital images recovered from Stearns' accounts all played crucial roles in unraveling the truth about her disappearance and death. As the legal proceedings against Stefan Stearns continue, Maddie's family, friends, and community are left to grapple with their grief and search for ways to honor her memory. Many have called for changes to child protection laws and increased resources for investigating child abuse cases. The Maddie Soto case serves as a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind seemingly normal facades, and the paramount importance of vigilance in protecting society's most vulnerable members. As the justice system works to hold her alleged killer accountable, Maddie's story stands as a call to action for all adults to be proactive in safeguarding children from abuse and exploitation.